That freaking beat. I love that part. Hello. It's a Friday night. It's your host, Teddy Peso. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time out of the day to come watch me play one of my favorite superheroes, upcoming superheroes. Really, I like Peter Parker more, but Miles Morales, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. The last mission we did was Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales corporate espionage. And this mission in this stream is going to be Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales Underground Undercover. Is the next mission is Underground Undercover. Before I start this stream, I do want to talk about the very first guide tower I have ever climbed in my almost 3 years. By July is going to be 3 years as a tower tech, from a junior tower technician to a tower technician 1, and now current status is to a tower technician number 2 in the troubleshooting team. Before I start this stream, I want to talk about my daily job on a Friday. What would be a typical day for me? I want to share with you guys. It's been something that I've always liked doing. When I started speaking about the job that I love to do, when I'm out there in the field with the boys, is something that I've come to agree with me that I like sharing, right? So today, yesterday I noticed on the schedule we were going, actually we're going to Sonora, which is, I think, south of Ione, a little bit more east. It's in Columbia, California, right? So I noticed that, okay, we're taking Sebastian with us, so we're going to do another RRU swap, right? I noticed that on the AT&T sites that we work on, it's going to tell you on the schedule, usually is going to tell you on the schedule that it's going to have troubleshooting, NSB, mod, whatever, right? I work on NSBs, which is new site builds, but this tower has already been built. It's already been built out, so we're switching, I believe, was an 8843 radio, which, let's see if I'm right. The 8843 has the 2100 and the 1900. I remember now. It's always on the same sides, I noticed. It's beginning to do more of my work. I noticed which the radio usually sit at, and the FNet usually sits in the middle. But anyway, so first of all, I want to say, when I first started doing radio swaps, I was by myself and Chris Wills was at the bottom. I had to come back. We rigged it wrong. We got in trouble, whatever, right? But this one was FNet. Where I'm getting at is that it's in the middle of the boom gate, which means it's a straight shoot towards the middle. I don't have to sit anywhere uncomfortable for too long. But today's radio, right? First of all, let me show you the tower, right? A guide tower is a tower that sits on a ball, right? It sits like this on the bottom. And then it goes up, right? So think of it like a triangle that's upside down. And you're thinking like, okay, what does he mean by that? Well, there's different types of towers, right? There's your self-supporters, which is the towers I love climbing. These are the best. These are the most funnest. There's harder ones and easier ones, but overall, self-supporters is where you want to be. Doesn't have any guide wires holding it, nothing. They call it a self-supporter or a lattice tower for a reason, meaning that it has either 3 legs coming up from the base of the concrete on the floor of the site, or there's a 4-legged tower, which the Oroville was one, but slightly different variation. But anyway, back to this tower. That's not that tower. It's not a self-support tower, right? And then now you have the monopoles / monopines. These types of towers are usually stuck inside of cities, meaning that it's easier to stick them inside of near buildings and communities because it's just a straight pole. It's just like a pole. It's just a pole that's on the ground, right? One sturdy pole, right? Now, you notice I said monopole or monopine. Monopine looks like a tree. It says it in its name. It usually will have branches or not. I've seen some that have branches all the way in the bottom, all the way to the top. But these towers, you have to climb like this because it's a pole. The pole is too fat for you to have a ladder or whatever, right? That's unsafe. So are spread out like this, so you climb pretty much like this. And to hang in position off a monopole, you would have to lean on the side on one of the pegs so you don't go swinging out of your positioner when it's tied on the peg. Because a peg is great and all, but it's not the sturdiest thing. That could also slip out if they didn't wrench it down. But the men behind us, whoever built the site, whatever, make sure that they're supposedly wrenched down. Anyway, so that's not that tower, right? And there's a stealthing tower. Mind you, monopoles, they usually have you use man lifts, but it is scary to operate a man lift. I don't know. Where I find myself, there's 2 types of tower techs, right? There's the freaking operator and there's the climber, right? Meaning operator is a person that may never need to get out the basket. Sometimes you may need to, but most of the time you could do all your work on the man lift, right? So that's easy, right? But I'd rather climb on a windier day. So it's not that tower. The next tower I'm going to explain is a stealthing tower. Stealthing tower is just a straight pole, and it has hidden radio antennas inside that's encased of a full cylinder covered tower. You may just see these things just a straight pole and you don't see anything in them. Sometimes you'll see them exposed, but that tower is a stealthing tower. Just like a monopole, you can stick them inside of towns. There's a lot of Reno, we did one on right there on, which street is that? Mona Lane or something? Right there behind the Sportsman Warehouse. Yeah. Okay, so that's a stealthing tower, right? So now, the next tower I'm going to explain is a guide tower. A guide tower is a tower that has a ballpoint pen kind of like looking structure on the bottom, right? And you're thinking like, why is it on a single point? What's holding it up? Well, what's holding it up is these long cables that's attached throughout the tower. In the middle part, the top part, wherever the guide tower is usually going to grab the tower, and that's where it's grabbing. More like in the middle on the top, right? So this is that tower. Because I remember Francisco was like, hey, Ted, guess what? Guess what tower we're climbing today? I seen it in the email. It's a freaking guide tower. Usually guide towers are really big too and really skinny. But this one is 171 point something feet. on the top of the actual lattice tower, guide tower. It said on the plans it's lattice, but it's obviously a guide tower. But on the rod that has sticking out of its head, going all the way up, is 188 feet, 0.1, I think. But our rad center, where our work area was at, is 155 feet, right? So let me show you the tower. It's a red and white tower. It's in somewhere in Columbia, California. This is the tower. Did I take a picture? Yes, I did take a picture. This is the tower that I am talking about. Hopefully you guys can see this at home. You may not be able to see it, but those are those, I need to turn off this light. So, okay, you can see it way better. Damn, I kind of like the lighting where it's like I have it behind the TV, and then I'll turn it off, and then I still got light in front of me, but then it shows better on the phone because there's not light bouncing off on the back of the wall to my phone. So if I turn the brightness down, you could see what type of tower that is. I don't know, you can see the cables right there. If you see those lines, those are those cables that's holding that tower. That's such a skinny tower, and mind you, self-supporter has 3 or 4 legs. This one only has 1 point of contact on the ground. That's why it requires all those guide wire cables to hold it up. But before climbing this structure, we have to test out each cable, and to dig underneath where the cables are dug underneath ground, we have to make sure that it has not all rusted, or else it'd all be for nothing. Sebastian and Ted would have climbed up, or maybe me because I went first, and would have lost his life. But anyway, that didn't happen, thank God. So I do a video on the ground before. Yeah, there's the tower. There's a lot of microwaves in the way. But what I noticed about this tower is that there's a ladder. Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold that thought. I've got to make sure that my audio is working on the Twitch. I don't know why I just started. There's a lot of microwaves in the way. Okay, it's working. It's working. I love it. I love Twitch. I love streaming to any upcoming streamer or YouTuber or Twitcher. Just do what you love and keep doing you. Anyway, so he's like, okay, game plan. Okay, Ted, you go up. I need you to go with I forgot what meter it's called to test the power. Bring this meter, bring the dog bone, any size, you do this job a lot, you know which tools to bring. I got an adjustable wrench, I got my 9/16 just for that quick 9/16, opening, because I know there's going to be a lot of all thread that I may need to loosen the jumpers and the powers and the fibers underneath the radios. But anyway, I got that. I got the walkie-talkie. I brought 2 of my phones in case I run out of battery, right? And I'm like, you know what? This is my first guide tower. I have no more space on my freaking SD card on my GoPro Hero 8 Black, but I'm making room. I'm deleting old videos because I'm like, I'm climbing my very first guide tower today, and I'm going to record somewhere. I'm going to record somewhere on that tower. This is why I love my job. Out of all the bullish we work with, I remember about the good parts about my job. But anyway, right? You go up there, you test out the radio, Ted, and let us know if we need to swap it out. So then that means Sebastian don't even need to climb up at all. All you need to do is check something, boom, replug it in, whatever. So let me see the lights. If the lights are on, if the lights are on, you're good. Hey, pack everything up, Ted. Take your D-rings, whatever. Take your dignity, your health, and bring it back and come back down here safely, right? Okay, so I climb up, right? I climb up. These holes on this guide tower is really tiny. Sebastian's like, hey, you see that hole right there? Just stick your feet in there, and then slide in like that, whatever. Right? I go up there, I slide in, boom, boom, I'm in there. The first thing I said was like, "Phew, this is a ladder. I'm grateful for a ladder, right?" So I get up, I attach my safety grab. They're talking down there, Sebastian and Francisco, laughing hell, having fun. You know how tower techs are. So I started climbing up. I was like, okay, I could push myself a little bit. I could, right? Go a little bit more, because it's a ladder. I've climbed all different types of towers, no matter where it is at. It's just, I think a ladder It's just great. There's some ladders, like this one is the same thing as the one in Paradise. The one in Paradise, you had to climb the side on the tower leg on a self-supporter with pegs on it, and then you need to climb through where the wave guy's at, and then there's a freaking ladder right there. I was like, what? Okay. You're like a combo with a peg and a ladder. But anyway, this was the same thing. So I get up there, attach my cable grab, I go up there, I'm pushing myself, you know what I'm saying? I got my tools. I'm guessing, okay, so I weigh 150, maybe 160, really fat day, right? Bellied up, McDonald's in me, whatever. 164, whatever, 150 pounds, right? You add my harness, that's 40 pounds, that's what? 150 plus 40, that's 90 pounds, 190 pounds, right? You add some tools in there, 9/16, a dog bone, my pliers. My pliers are a great tool. I have my freaking little Lennox knife. What else? I have the walkie-talkie. I have that meter to test the power. What else do I have? I have a water that I didn't even drink on the tower, but I wanted to bring it because I know I need to pee and I need something to, whatever, right? What else? I got, and then I got the freaking fiber light shooter. So that's like 9 items, whatever. Those are things like little, but they add weight. So maybe that's what, like 5-10 pounds. So what, I'm around 200 pounds with my jacket, with my mask, with my helmet on, with my harness, with my tools in it, and my 6-foot D-ring and my yellow, they're both yellow, and my 3-footer, I add those, and I have like total of 3 carabiners on me. Yeah. Oh, my code blue, my adjustable wrench. That's 10 items, right? All in my bag. I got my cigarettes, whatever, right? So I get up there. Where is it? I get on the outside. I finally get to the top, and I'm like, cool. I'm finally here. My old slow out, you know. This is the video, and it's windy, right? So I finally get to the top on the outside. Not the top per se, but above the boom gate, because in order to get to the boom gate, I needed to go a little bit higher on it. And what I did was attach my small D-ring on the bottom and then above the boom gate, because why would I put a bottom underneath? Because it's a quicker transition if I want to lower myself in that area. But I made sure just to add my small 3-footer, and I put my 6-footer above the boom gate where it bites down on the tower leg. So I put that, right? But before I do all that, oh no, I actually do have it attached right there. But before I get to the radios, right? I know he was saying it's the 8843. I don't know if I'm butchering this right, but I believe it's the 1900 PCS and the 2100 AWS, 2 technologies in the 1 radio. I'm looking, there's 2 fatty radios. They're usually on position 1. The other one is the 850 and 700. It's the 5G and the LTE. I believe that's the 4449, right? So, watch. So, right here, right? I'm right there. I'm on the outside of the tower. Right? Looking around. Boom. There's the 2 fat radios next to the squid. In the middle, those are skinny radios, 4415s. But those are the 2 fat radios that I was like, okay, it's got to be one of those. There's a beautiful sight. Did I have my audio? You can hear how windy it is.
Centerline 155.
155 is the work area right there. What a beautiful freaking sight. I love my job, right? So it's those 2 radios. Because I wasn't entirely sure. I was like, but now I'm remembering every time I get to a boom gate, now I'm remembering like, okay, so they usually put them right there. Right? That's position 1. I don't know. This one is position 1. This one's position 2. So if you're looking into the boom gate from the outside and you're looking from left to right, it's position 1, position 2, position 3, if they have a position 4. There's never 5. Is there? I don't think I've ever seen a boom gate quote me if I'm wrong. Please leave the comments on below. Usually I just see maximum 4 antennas. Anyway, so those are the 2 radios I'm talking about. I wasn't sure, but I kind of like deep down, I was looking at the label and I was like, well, that one has those numbers. But I had to get close, right? I had to get close to that. So I go out there, right? I know what to do. It's not gonna take me long to get to there. I was like, okay, I just take it slow. I already clocked in. So before climbing the guide tower, I had to clock out at lunch. I'm like, okay. And then I climbed up. So it took me roughly around 30 minutes to get to the top. Such an old man. Roughly around there. But so I climb up, and then I'm looking from the outside. I finally get on the outside. I was like, okay, I gotta traverse to that, get down to the freaking boom gate on the closest to the tower leg. And I was like, I know how to walk on boom gates, but don't step on the radios. They don't want you to do that. But what you could step on is the back-to-back brackets that are attached on the mast pipes and the horizontals of the boom gates. That you can step on that. That's freaking sturdy as heck. Those things. That's the thing that fell on my head. That's an old story to tell, but these things right here. Where is it? See, you see those 2 things right there? Boom and boom. Those 2 middle pieces? Those are sturdy as heck. Those are heavy steel. That's why it's carrying those 2 fat bad boys. Those 2 radios that pushing out 2 technologies. Those things that hold that thing, see, you see it's attached to the mast pipe on the horizontal. If you look closely, yeah, there they are. If you look closely, those triangle things, those teeth, those are what's grabbing that mast pipe. It's wrenched down to a point that it's biting from each side, so that's not going to slip if you wrenched it right. I mean, I've never, knock on wood, but usually those things are sturdy. But there have been like the cable supports on the bottom of the antenna on the mast pipe that's going all the way down. There's just nothing underneath you. That's the last thing to step on. Is those cables. And I remember putting those on too. It's not that hard, except you can't really drop stuff, because if you drop it, like, it's gonna suck. Anyway, so I get out there, okay. I call him for some reason. I call Francisco. I was like, okay, I'm here. Like, okay, so, we'll cut the power. Let's see if we can see if there's power. So I'm cutting it from the inside, right? From the inside part of the boom gate, but on the outside face of the boom gate. And I'm cutting my knife because there's a radio here in front of me, and there's a squid behind position 2 antenna. So I actually knew how I get a little bit better the more I'm up there. I get better at climbing and getting myself into small crevices or whatever sort. It's kind of good that I'm this height and this size, because there are benefits to my size, but I feel like I'm an old Tobey Maguire when it comes to the tower. Like, there's others where I shine, but it's just like I can see my very mortality. Like, I'm not always the quickest. I'm fast, but I'm not like a straight shot up. I'm not as quick as Sebastian and Kyle and Connor and Bliss. I don't know about Hayden, because I've never really climbed a lot with Hayden, but I know he's a beast too. Anyway, back to that. So I'm cutting it, and I'm like, this is where it gets cool, because this part is usually one of the most badass parts to be on a freaking tower. So I'm like, what am I thinking? I can't cut this power on this side, because so there's a radio. Hold on. So what I'm saying is, I'm right here. Wait. So I was on the outside of the boom gate, but I needed to get to this radio, the one on the outside. And I'm cutting the power's weatherproof from on front of the boom gate, but towards the middle of the boom gate. So there's already one radio in front of me and all its jumpers and 2 fibers and 2 powers, so that's 8. And then there's 8 for each 4 for each technology, but there's 2 technologies, so that's mean that's there's 4, that's 8, and then there's another 8 more, so that's what, like 16 things coming inside of that radio. So I'm like, I already know what to do. I've already hung on the side of a boom gate, 155, 120, 80 feet, 60 feet, whatever. I know what to do. I'm like, so I climb my happy butt over there, right? I'm like, all right, cool. I attached my positioner not on top of the mast pipe where the first part of the top bracket of the antenna that's attached to the mast pipe. I didn't hook my positioner on that end. Why? I'll tell you why. Because if I put it there and the antenna slips, it might slip out and I might fall to my death or down to my hundo. Hopefully I have my 100% attached on a yellow D-ring. That's a 6-footer that's attached to the tower leg. Mind you, I already said this earlier. If you were listening, you probably were listening, that D-ring is attached to the tower leg. So if anything goes wrong, Ted's going to have a bungee experience, but still on a tower. So I put my positioner underneath that, but on the mast pipe, which hopefully is more sturdier, next over to the crossover plate, which is a plate that it's attached the mast pipe with 2 U-bolts on it that's hopefully wrenched down. So I'd rather put it there. Hold on, can I get to that? So I'm talking about, I wonder if I could, yeah, there it is. That's good. So I'm saying I'm not going to attach my carabiner wrapped around on that in case that falls. Hopefully it doesn't, but I'm connecting my carabiner to this part of the horizontal on that square frickin' right there, that square crossover plate with the 2 U-bolts attached to that horizontal. That's where I'm going to connect my positioner. Way comfortable. I've hung off of that way better. I mean, I've hung on the other one, but I don't think that's safe, you know. That one, I'm more comfortable putting my positioner right there. Anyway, I connect that, right? I attach it to that part. So now I'm on the side of the freaking tower. Next to me is the closest thing to me, right? I don't have the photos. It's in my work phone. I'll go out without the photos. The intro is probably long, but I love doing this on my YouTube. So I think this may be afterwards. Let me tell you the story first. So the power I tested with the voltmeter, right? I put it in, it says negative 55. Good, it's got some charge. Okay, cut the next power. Cut that weatherproofing. Open it. Use my pliers because that tight corner is so hard to wrench down some torque with your fingers that I have to use the little pliers and twist it off to the left. Pull it off. Put the voltmeter on it, and I'm like, it has negative 55. It ranges, it goes up and down, whatever. It has power. So Francisco's like, I call him up, and he's like, okay, all right. Okay. Before you, all right, Sebastian's going to go up, and he's going to bring the rope. All right, so before this is happening, I should have already took some pre photos, but I think I had already taken off those 2 powers, and he was like, okay, take some pre photos, but I want you to do me a favor, shine the light through the fibers so I know which fiber we're at. Right, so I take number 2 out. I was like, okay, so you want photos, but should I put back the fiber? Do you want me to put back the power? It's all about communication. It's all about knowing and verifying exactly you know what to do, right? So you don't look stupid later. A stupid person is acting like you know everything, and you don't ask a question, and And they're over here like, you didn't ask me a question. How come you didn't ask? Anyway, so, all right, take a photo, take this, leave this on or whatever, right? He's like, okay, yeah, finish what you're doing. But run those lights. It's a fiber light. You can shine the light on, there's two little teeth that you put the fiber on. The fiber light shiner through the fiber. So you do that. Fiber number 2 is lights. Fiber number 1 is lights on. Okay, they're good. They're working. So that means the fibers is working. That's connected to the squid. Okay, take some pre-photos before you take everything off. Loosen all the jumpers. The power is already off. Take off the freaking fibers and then take out the grounds. So I think by this point, this is where I want to show you my GoPro video that I love doing. I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of the freaking boom gate. So a boom gate is a triangle structure, usually, or T-arms. Triangle structure or T-arms that connect from outside from the tower. So it's another structure, but you're hanging off the tower on the side of a boom gate. So now this is the next big structure you're positioning yourself from, but your 100% is attached to the tower leg. Why? Because if the boom gate goes and you have your D-ring, hopefully you can unloosen your freaking positioner so it doesn't pull you all the way down. But as long as that falls and your D-ring is on top of the boom gates, you'll be fine. But I'm thinking if we're hanging off the boom gate, we're going to go with the boom gate. So it's like, okay, whatever, right? But this video, I would really want to show you guys. This is probably the best parts of my job. I love it. I've got way better with the nerves of steel. Let me show you the volume. There's Francisco. There's the F-150. There's my feet. This is the voltmeter right there. There's my positioner on top of that horizontal near the the crossover plate. There's my yellow D-ring that's attached to the tower above the boom gate. The 6 feet D-ring. All right. Shows 55, right? Voltmeters on the back-to-back bracket, so I can hang it. They're testing the power out. Oh, this is a different video. This is with my iPhone. That's me testing it out right there. Okay. This is a different video with my phone that I took. There's underneath me, there's my feet on the last cable support for the jumpers on the bottom of the mast pipe. That's the last thing to step on. Anything under that, there's nothing. So hopefully you can pull yourself up if you lower yourself all the way to the end of your rope, which that might be scary. So, okay, now this is where Sebastian is climbing up from the outside of the tower, and he's bringing the rope with him. This is with a GoPro. Right? There's my feet. There's all the jumpers, those 2 powers that I took off. I need to take off those jumpers. I need to take out that grounds, which is that green cable. There's 2 fibers behind them too. Yup, that's 155 right there. See, attached to the tower leg. Positioner attached on top of the horizontal. I love that shot right there. That's my very first guide tower. If you could see that cable. The light. I always love doing those third-person shots from my GoPro. I freaking love my shot. All right. Yeah. There's the guide wired cable right there. It's been a while since I've done a GoPro shot, and so far the white and red towers are pretty tall. Those towers are pretty tight. So we do that right. Sebastian climbs up. I help him out, whatever I need to help him with. He's got to rig it. And by this time, Francisco's like, I get on FaceTime with him. I was like, okay, I'm not like hella like I'm not like, oh shit, like hella scared, but I was cautious, but wasn't as confident. I know Sebastian's got a little bit more experience than me. He's a beast. But there's me and him up there, and Francisco, he's climbed into colder conditions. He's climbed in the east. He's climbed higher towers. He's a beast. He's done his duty, right? But we're up there, and I'm like FaceTiming, and I was like, okay, so how do we do this? Like, I know the fundamentals of rigging, but just help me out here, like. It's just like, like I've learned to be more vocal and be like, okay, so, like, you know me, I'm down to try. Hey, I didn't come to the industry to just like, I don't want to go to work. Oh, we got to swap out the radio. I don't go to work like that. What my work has taught me is one step at a time, alterate at a time, one task at a time. Do it slow if you got to, but if you do it in your speed and you do it right, you never need to come back. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm down to try whatever. And I asked Sebastian, he's like, what do you think? Like, you want to try it out? Or he's like, I mean, hey, I mean, I'm down to try, but guarantee we're going to drop some hardware. By that time, I've dropped my very first grounds little. There's these two little screws that go underneath the radio of every radio, and for on my whole career, I've landed some grounds on the air, and every time I've never dropped those bolts. Right, every time that I touched one and assembled or deassembled, whatever. Right, today humbled me. Anyways, I dropped that. The wind flew by. I was like, excuses, whatever. So I dropped my first one. But anyway, that was before I asked them, hey, what do you think? Hey, I'm down to try, but I've never done this. And he's like, I don't know, like, how long are we going to be here? Sebastian's a beast. Well, how long are we going to be here, like. He's like, and I was like, and Francis was like, well, okay, well, let me call Derek. I know the time is running out, but I know you guys can do this. It can be done. He's a foreman. He ain't going to be negative. He's going to be like, you guys can do it. Come on now. I did it before. You guys can do it, right? In my position, when I get to that position where he's at, I'm going to be like that. Hey, you can do it. There may be some things that I haven't done like Francisco, but there are things I already know that I'm able and capable to do it, and I could teach someone how to do it because I've done it. Like, I've never thought of myself hanging on the side of a boom gate all the way in the corner like that on a totally different structure that's like a bigger structure that has multiple objects on it, weighing on it, that's attached to the tower. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one big piece. That's another, but it's a huger piece, but it's comprised of a lot of multiple equipments, right? So I've never thought me hanging on the side like that ever in my life. As a janitor, skateboarder, whatever, lonely guy, not as confident, single, whatever, right? And never pictured myself to be on the side of a boom kit. But hey, in this universe, I am doing that. In this universe, I am a tower tech, and I love my job, and it was great, right? So he calls him up, and I'm talking to Sebastian. Hey, by that time, he's like, I gotta go to my girl's dad's whatever birthday party. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I was like, me, it seems, I was on it. I was like, me, it seems like I just say yeah all the time. I'm not saying that I'm better than anyone. I'm just like, maybe I'm too afraid to say no, but I'm like, usually I'm like, yeah, let's try it, But Sebastian was like, I'm down to try, but. So I think at this point where me and Francisco was talking, after all that conversation with Sebastian and him convincing us, I FaceTimed him, and that was the second time he's trying to convince us, hey, we can do this. It can be done. I mean, we'll be down in an hour. That boy was that boy was shooting positivity like, oh, okay, all right. So, but that time I'm FaceTiming him, and I point the phone behind the bracket, and I noticed that this doesn't have the slide-off feature where you could take out 2 of the top half-inch bolts, and then you loosen the bottom 2 screws, and then you pull up the radio, right? This one doesn't have that. So as we're talking about that, oh, it's the ones that screw out. We're talking about the back-to-backs opening. He's like, no, you don't need to open the back-to-backs. You just need to loosen those screws. That takes it off of the plate. And then when you take that radio off and hang it somewhere, now we need to flip that plate that's pointing down. It's supposed to flip it over and point it up. So that's another step, right? But when we were talking about that, I think we came to a decision where it's like, we're not comfortable at this moment, and we're going to run out of sunlight. And at that time, Francisco, I guess knew that we're probably not going to do it today. And today very humbled me. I was quite excited to actually share it on YouTube. And I was like, just normalize everything. And for right now, we're going to, after I normalized everything, Sebastian was like, oh, I'm going to need you to help me. I'll climb down here. You pass me the rope when you take it off the block, right? Easy stuff. I know how to take off a block. Take off the rope off the block, pass him the rope. Fucking... then attach my shoelace that's attached to my freaking code blue, my adjustable wrench. Take the carabiner, attach it to myself. And then that shoe string that's attached to the block, as I take off the shackle, right? It's this little horseshoe-looking thing with a little threaded thing that goes to the horseshoe. So I take off that, but I have the block in my hand, and it's on a shoelace in case I slip and drop the block. That block is attached to me, but I don't want to still do that because that block is kind of heavy. I don't want it to yank me down, have someone rescue me because something's stupid. So I have the shoelace. And then I have the shackle, take the shackle, put it somewhere in my pocket, and then take that block and lower it down to my freaking bottom where it's swinging and everything. So I give that rope to him. I take the block. We rig the freaking sling on the tower leg, and I give him the shackle. We put back the block. We freaking attach the rope. We attach the rope back on it. It's rigged. He pulls it down. He dogs the rope on the bottom where Francisco is. Mind you, when we were pulling something up earlier, it was hitting all the guide tower cables. Hold on. The story is almost done. So by that time, he's like, hey, Ted, you want to climb down on the outside of the tower? I was like, you know what? I'm down. Let's go. There's a lot of footing. There's a lot of space to put your feet on. And this is the video where I started. I climbed down a little bit, and then I took a video. You see those cables right there. As we were climbing down outside of the tower, I took this video shot with my phone, I believe. It's a beautiful sight. I point down on my feet, right? I'm looking for Sebastian. There's my boy right there. That boy is strong. He's hella quick. Sebastian Gonzalez with Ted Gonzalez. We both got the same last name. That's the video before I went down. Anyways, the moral of the story, you never know what you can accomplish through those moments of humility, and quite frankly, knocking a radio swap before this one. We did it like last week, I think. That one was a lot easier. But coming off that, I was like, oh, I felt good about myself. Like, oh, yeah, the hardest tower I climbed. And, like, we landed that. Me and Sebastian and Francisco, we landed that radio. You know what I'm saying? And then I smashed the ret in the process. And then upon doing that, I was like, okay, I know what to do. I'm going down there. I'm not going to have Sebastian do it. I broke it. I attached this radio correctly with everything attached on it but the rets. So, but coming off that win, right? We didn't get no alarms back, whatever. Everything, rats checked out and everything, whatever. So coming to this one, very humility. Shout out to Babe. She says, without these experiences, you're not going to get better. Same thing what Deepak said, my boy who got me in the industry. Same thing what he said. He says, these things, you can't always have all good days. There's going to be bad days where you don't feel as strong. Like today, Last week we felt like the Avengers. This week we felt like a defeated Avengers. This week I was just like, I was in a truck car home. Like at the same time, Francisco and Sebastian all have a good. They have a good personality to them, where it's like it doesn't affect them. It is what it is, you know. But I find myself sometimes I think about it too much and I get quiet, and I'm thinking that I'm trying to jump into conversation and stuff, but I can't help myself. But damn, I felt it just, you know, it didn't line up. It doesn't feel good to not come home as heroes, but that's not what it is. What we're here to do, to be, oh yeah, oh you have all the compliments in the world. No, we're here because we're here to better ourselves, and this is where we ended up, and we should love our job. And humility, losing, I always like to say losing is good for you because it lets you know where you're at mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It lets you know how good you are dealing with things. Dealing things that you take a loss on and you don't feel as accomplished. Well, diamonds don't get better if they don't have pressure on them. You know what I'm talking about? So, shout out to Deepak. Shout out to Babe. I talked about it with them. It helped me get this tower talk, and now I've talked it with my YouTube universe, my Twitch universe. Let's see if I remember. The last mission we did was Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, corporate espionage. And this current stream that I'm finally going to start is Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Underground Undercover. Wow, well look at that. I remember the titles without looking at the freaking cell phone that I had typed it in. You know what I'm talking about? How long was that?
How to do it. Call Finn, get her to let me in the underground.
Hey, Miles.
I don't know
You
how
okay?
long.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, Finn?
Oh, Allie.
Okay.
Fine. Do you have time to get coffee, maybe?
Whoa.
Make time.
Oh, she can make time, huh?
Near Fisk Tower. They don't do
Wow.
but people
She
don't
can
take
make
pictures of
time,
their
huh?
lattes, so
Wow.
Okay, meet you there.
Dun, dun, chicka, chicka, down, no, no, no. Dun,
Halfway into
chicka,
infiltrating a
chicka,
dangerous
chicka,
group of criminals.
down.
Cool.
Okay, Underground Undercover. Meet Finn in Hell's Kitchen. So, let's see if we could start with a different suit this time. I've been using this suit. This suit is classic. This suit is dope. I do actually like it. It's pretty sick. Do we use this one or do we use the white one? That one is pretty tight. How about this one? You know what? I'm gonna use the white, black, and red one. That one looking tight right now. Suit mods. Okay, so Underground Undercover, right? And so we got some two moves from the last game that we played. It was corporate espionage. We got the Venom jump, I think. Where is it at? Venom smash, boom, and Venom jump. Okay, we're gonna try to use those attacks. So without further ado, whoo. Activity available. Where's that at? I don't see anything.
I have the honor of welcoming Roxxon
It's tight.
Simon.
Okay, let's solve this real quick.
Now promoting the benefits of your new form reactor. The first of which is set to open in Harlem soon. Yes, you've had some.
Oh. Woo! Let's go. Watch out now. Oh. Woo! Oh. Oh, there we go. Woo!
You're dead.
Watch out. You first. Wait, Spider-Man doesn't kill. Woo!
He's mine!
That was tight.
You asked for this!
Oh, watch out now. Stop this. Woo, sorry, you can. See, that time I came strong, huh?
That be a lesson!
Oh, I didn't get all the objectives. How do you actually know the objectives for the bonus objectives? The last time I did a freaking crime, I got killed hella quick. That time I came back stronger. That's why I feel like that helps me push my job. Where Francisco is the brand new troubleshooting foreman, and Derek became a construction manager. But when I first met him in Francisco too, is what I noticed about these guys. I've never really noticed anything bad about them, talking about bad of others. And to find myself to be under his wing, to be the next troubleshooting foreman, testing foreman, it just mind boggles what I'm about to experience. You know, like all these losses that I experience is going to help me build into that next freaking person that I'm going to be. And it just is quite exciting for me to I feel like Spider-Man. When I do those certain things at my job, I just feel like a Spider-Man. I don't feel like the Spider-Man. I feel like a Spider-Man. Like it's just the things I've been doing in this past year. It's just this. Oh, look. It's a freaking tower over here. Oh. Whoa. Hold on. Woo-hoo! Oh, this is hard, God. Oh. Woo-hoo! See you later. Watch out now. Oh.
Mr. Spider-Man!
Oh, webs. Oh, you see that? That was tight. Watch out now. Oh. That was hard.
I lost count.
Okay. You know what? I need to like 100% the first Spider-Man game. I might actually do that on the Spider-Man remastered on the PlayStation 5. I recently deleted it because I don't have any space, but I kind of regret it. I'm still gonna re-download it, but I kind of want to play it now because like, I want to get 100%. I was just thinking about that. I don't know. Just being able to do those combos as Spider-Man just feels hella tight. Like, what? That's freaking Wilson Fisk, Kingpin's building. What? Okay. Super Crane. Nice. Okay, we're gonna meet Finn here. Let's go. Open the door. Oh, I just opened the door when there's a crime in progress. Well, you can't save everyone.
I was really glad you called.
Oh, yeah?
I needed a break.
From what?
Oh, just stuff.
So, I went to your folks' old shop. Thought you might be there. Looked like there might have been some kind of fight just before I got there. I went inside, looked around, found out about Rick. I'm so sorry.
What else did you find out?
Uh-oh.
I want to help you. But you gotta talk to me.
Uh-huh. Call her out. Hold her accountable, Miles. Call her
I'm
out.
really sorry your mom got hurt at her rally. If that new Spider-Man hadn't shown up, everyone would have been fine. Please don't try to talk me out of this. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Good. So, that's my big secret. That's why I've been so busy. What's your excuse?
You don't want him to tell you.
Well, school, volunteering at Feast.
You're always busy with stuff like that. What's the real reason?
The real reason is
Tell her the truth.
I've been taking on a lot more responsibilities than I can handle lately. Made me push my friends away. But I'm here to fix that. Maybe I could join your club? Crew? Team?
I don't know.
Wow.
You know, Rick was... He was the best.
Yo, he has to pretend
I get why you're doing this.
that he wants to be with them, but he's
You
gotta...
want my help? I'm all in. If not, no worries.
That's his only way to get in.
Secret is safe with me.
You're a good friend, Miles. Okay, let's go.
Where?
Where? Fisk Tower. Okay. What we about to do,
No, I'm not
girl?
good with heights.
You'll be fine. I'll be watching. You'll need to prove yourself to the underground. I'll show you how when we get to Fisk Tower.
You're set up in the Kingpin's office space?
After he went to prison, the feds seized his property. They haven't gotten around to selling it, so we moved in.
Yeah, you can't stop everyone from not going in there, huh?
How'd you get involved in all this? The underground, the Tinkerer.
Tinkerer's
Stockton.
involved in my role.
It looks like
I built everything.
Stockton.
The masks, the weapons.
Programmable matter.
Right. The underground tried to rob my granddad's shop and saw what I was working on. We made
Okay.
a deal.
I know you're after Krieger.
It
What do
is.
they get out of it?
Damn, you could just
Besides
climb
guns?
around a roof,
Notoriety.
snow roofs like that, you
They
know?
want to be so well known, they can get away with anything.
And you're good with that?
I can't take on Roxxon alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need
Good
to jump
alone,
from the
but you're
train to the
better with
balcony.
people
Show
around
them
you.
you're fearless.
They're watching?
Through the windows. You have to do this.
This is like
Come
my
on, you'll
job.
be fine.
Gotta do this without giving away I'm Spider-Man. Come on, Miles. Make it look good.
That's scary.
Gotcha.
So am I officially in the club now?
Sure. But watch your back. These guys take a while to warm up to new people. Here it is, where the plan comes together.
So, your plan. How does Newform fit in? Krieger's saying you stole a
I
shipment.
stole one canister. I'm making some adjustments. Don't worry about it. Take today to settle in.
Right.
Good, you're back. Gavin needs you.
Not now. We've got a new recruit.
Fine.
Oh, man. You built all these?
Yeah. Long as the new weapons keep coming, the underground stay loyal.
Is that a programmable matter sword?
New enemies, new solutions.
You mean Spider-Man, right?
This week's most unwelcome surprise.
He's doing some undercover work right now, though, girl.
Miles, I need to deal with something. Hang here, okay?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Programmable matter, huh? Okay, I've had
My
enough.
chance. figure out where she's keeping the new form.
Can't wait to see.
Might be able to find some clues in here.
Okay. What's this lining on the thing?
Once Tinker gets the new form ready.
What's this?
Stuff from Martin Lee's gang?
Yeah.
Trophies. Gotta establish dominance. We're gonna replace Fisk and run New York.
These guys are well trained if they took down the demons. Wonder where they trained.
That was one of the last bosses in the last Spider-Man game, huh? What do we got here? Okay, you'd be drawing on Fisk's face, huh?
I got secrets and trapdoors all over this place. We cracked them all. We own Fisk Tower now.
Secret rooms. Good place to hide a deadly fuel source.
Developing story, underground attack, rally, rocks on shipment, Daily Bugle, Simon Krieger blames new Spider-Man.
Tombstones, guys. We were good.
That's a lot of cash.
Damn, that's hella money.
Old man's basically funding us. Whether he likes it or not.
Go downstairs.
Okay.
Stupid bridge.
Seen these before.
Stupid new form.
This, a supply crate?
Yeah, some asshole parade. A booby trap or something.
I love a good challenge.
How about these people? Why are they red?
City isn't ready for us.
Oh, I just walked there. The city ain't ready for us. When will they be ready then? Huh?
Bridge. Stupid new form.
Bridge attack's getting the underground a lot of press.
Maybe we should be focusing on PR, not whether Of course it is.
Lugging it around. Maybe they brought it here. Might be using Fisk's secret rooms on the ground level.
Break time's over, kids. Group 2, head downstairs for training.
Sounds like where I need to go.
For training.
Seeing this guys.
Gotta update Genki.
Oh, was that the Snapchat sound? Yeah, Snapchat. Gather clues to find a new form. What's your plan? Dude, time
Who are
to
you
set up.
texting?
My mom. Yeah, she needs me at home.
Right now? Really?
Yeah, her wrist is in a cast. I need to help with dinner.
Did you tell her I'm... Thanks. You can head out that way. See you back here soon?
Definitely.
Damn, she's just gonna jump off like that with some hover boots and stuff? That's it? No battle or anything? So he can just exit like that and no one's gonna question, like, yo, that dude is suspicious.
See if they keep their secrets downstairs.
Oh, okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. I talk too much. Let's go, Miles.
I'm in the vents.
Nice. Did you find out where they're hiding the new form?
Not yet, but I saw Finn head toward the basement. So
Hold on,
I'm gonna
guys.
try and follow her.
I'll be back real
When you're
quick.
crawling through vents, do you ever feel like you're in a movie and start humming suspenseful music to yourself?
Dun
Then think
dun
about getting
dun
caught,
dun
put into a
dun
cell,
dun
suspended over an
dun
alligator
dun
pit,
dun
and then
dun
making a bomb
dun
out of
dun
gum wrappers to escape.
dun dun
Wait,
dun
what?
dun dun
Just curious.
dun 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 bam 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 Okay.
Need to show some underground training exercises. Then I'll look for a secret room.
Defeat the underground, huh? This is more like it. I want to get this guy. That's one. See you later. Number two. See you later. Watch out before you get spotted. How do I get that guy? Hmm. Messed up, messed up.
Steady. What was that noise? Come on, you can do better than that.
That's three. See you later. Okay. I'm trying to think how to get this guy. I don't know how to get him.
Love these new weapons.
How do I... Oh, I don't know how to... Watch out now. See you later. Watch out now. Woo! Watch out! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh! Watch out now. Stop this. Oh! Oh, ho, ho. That's kind of good though. That's kind of good. I got beat up like that. I kind of wanted to play more. I'm trying to figure out how to stealth this guy. That's one.
Shit was always this easy. Watch out now. Yeah! Come on! Ooh, I need to get that guy. Get that frickin'. Oh. Watch out now. Watch out now. Oh my. Woo-hoo! It's actually more funner fighting. I have to use my healings. Oh my goodness! Watch out! Come on! This is ambitious! This is way harder than the first Spider-Man. Watch out now! Super, come on, take him out. Let's go.
Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Let's go. Get that health back. Stop this. Super. Oh, get out of here. Oh my. Come on. You can't be in one place. Oh, you see that? Isolate them. Stay there. Your turn. Stop this. Oh. Woo-hoo-hoo! Stop this. Oh. This really makes me feel like Spider-Man. I don't like how difficult this is. Stop. Ooh. Come on, stop this! Fight for the forces of good. Come on! Stop it! Stop this! Fight for the forces of good! Yeah! That was tight!
She must have gone somewhere. I read this interview with Fisk where he said he loved art with a purpose.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But they also found a bunch of secret passages in his house hidden behind art. So...
Yeah, gotcha. I'm looking.
That was really epic. I'm really... Wow, they've really outdone... It was very ambitious. Like it actually took skill. Like, dodge. Wherever you went, you couldn't stay in one spot. The dudes are gonna snipe you. That was so tight. You gotta learn how to use his webs and the venom punch. The venom punch comes in really handy with all those enemies around you.
Yeah, I think I saw one.
Might want to check it out. Fisk and statues go together like pickles and orange juice.
What?
Okay, the samurai?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Pickles and orange juice.
Hey, I think I got something.
Okay. Whoa, buddy.
Oh, secret stairs.
Okay. Secret stairs, huh? Use the elevator.
Goes deep.
Lots of mob bosses have secret exits like this.
The graphics is
Fisk planned to use
tight.
it when the other Spider-Man came for him.
He should have built a faster elevator. Maybe he would have gotten away.
Let's not start giving the supervillains ideas, cool?
You hear all that noise in the atrium? Must be a hell of a training exercise today.
I know you don't want to talk. But 3 people got sick after the bridge. 3! You know how dangerous new form is.
You knew this would be dangerous.
Find a new form.
We made.
But if we're getting sick too?
You can hack it, you can get out. The underground doesn't have time for weaklings.
You hearing this? New form is making the underground sick too.
They're so... callous about it.
Okay.
You moved the new form? Safely?
Yeah, to the lab uptown.
Genki, they moved the new form.
We're not sure if the canister's safe. It was hot, buzzing, like it's unstable.
It's that new Spider-Man. His powers messed with the structure. Tell everyone not to touch it.
They're hideouts. New form's gotta be in one of them.
I need a clearer picture. Then I can narrow it down.
We don't know enough about this stuff. What it is, where it came from.
My brother created new form. Chief chemist. And Roxxon killed him. I won't stop until Roxxon's gone. Are you with me? I need power. Generators, car batteries, whatever you
Yeah, you walk away, girl.
Bring them to the theater.
He's just gonna be like that in front of her. She didn't hear him. Uh-oh. Watch out! Oh.
Is that a new move?
Man, I don't even know what I did, but it worked.
Okay, you do you. I'm gonna research the map you found. See what dots I can connect.
Cool. I'm gonna keep shocking that.
Watch out now. Oh.
Lights out. Can finally check fighting a mob vault off my bucket list.
Watch out now. Oh. Oh. That's right. Stop this life of crime. He almost freaking killed me.
I cleaned up that photo you took of the map. Looks like the underground are squatting in old Fisk construction sites.
He was about to hit me. Okay. So the new Fisk construction sites, underground hideout, Upper East Side. We got one in Upper West Side, underground hideout, Upper West Side. And then we got also one in Greenwich, underground hideout.
What about a theater? Finn mentioned one.
A theater, huh? That's
Don't say it, Genki.
dramatic.
You said it.
That'd be
Leave.
the Gem Theater.
Sounds like that's where she hid the new form. So that's my next stop.
If you're headed to the theater, I'm all in. If you're gonna check out those underground hideouts first, I know someone who can help.
Cool. I'll add the
This
hideouts
game
to my
is very
to-do list.
ambitious.
When I get to the theater.
The first Spider-Man was tight. The Miles Morales is a very ambitious game.
Finn's not meeting the underground at the gym.
I really like how difficult the fighting was. Like, it made you really feel like, okay, I got this. If I dodge everything right and do the right combos and think a little bit slower, that was heck of fun to play. That was actually better than doing it in a stealth way. I don't know if you could do that in a stealth way, but True Deception underground cover complete. You have suits or mods available for purchase. Open the pause menu. Current status level 10. Suit mod slot unlocked. If you noticed, when you beat a level, there's usually a music, but I turned it off because it gets a copyright on my YouTube. I don't want that. 3 new visor mods unlocked.
You all remember Wilson Fisk, don't you? The so-called
3 suit
kingpin
mods
of
unlocked.
crime? I'm told he's getting 5-star treatment
So let's
in his cell, which is nicer than Jared's apartment, while his shark lawyers appeal
unlock
his
new
conviction.
visor.
But it seems there may be some justice in the world after all, because a new Daily Bugle expose reveals that his now dilapidated Fisk Tower, which is scheduled for demolition in the new year,
There's no new suits.
taken over by squatters. And isn't it just perfect
Visor mods.
that this Garrett
Decreases the enemy damaged.
a guy who always felt he was above the law has been
Uses
overrun
mods
by a
appear in the
bunch of
Spider-Verse.
freeloading
No, I don't want
thugs.
that.
Next thing you know, Spider-Man turns turn the joint into his personal headquarters. So
Unlock
how
the
does
new
it feel
game
to be
plus.
hoisted on your own petard, Wilson? No, Jared, that is not an obscenity. Read
Venom
a
skills.
book!
Increase Venom smashes area of attack. Third finisher to be banked. That's tight. I like that one. That's it. So it said new suits unlocked. Oh, that's what I didn't read last time. The Prowler, height 41, 225 pounds, place of birth Harlem, thief for hire, alias is Aaron Davis, Uncle Aaron. That's tight. You got the Underground Foundation, founded unknown headquarters, Fist Tower. Roxxon, founded 1932, headquarters wherever they can pay the lowest taxes. Make more money, huh? It's pretty tight. So it said, and then they sent you a message, and yeah, what's up in there? So I'm gonna switch over what suit? That's all the suits I have for right now. It's your host. First, let me manually save this for you guys. New save data. So the next mission is going to be Curtain Call. So the previous mission we did before this was the Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, a corporate espionage, and the mission that we just got done with was Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales Underground Undercover, and the next mission that we're going to do after this stream is the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales Curtain Call. It's your host, Teddy Peso. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking your time out of the day to come listen to me talk about my tower talk, the stuff and my job that I love to do as my daily just a regular guy that has to pay bills for my own apartment. Listen to me talk in the intro of my games, of the streams that I love to get, that I love to stream and share my experiences with. And what better way to share it with you guys than to playing single player games like Miles Morales, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. And just like the first Marvel's Spider-Man, I love streaming that game. It was really easy. It's a lot easier than to competitively play against people and talk about my day while focusing, trying to shoot someone and not get bodied, right? This is why I'm excited to play the Assassin's Creed Valhalla next. After I beat this game, that's going to be my other single player game that I'm going to love to stream with you guys to get back into the Assassin's Creed franchise. But now as a tower tech, it's just surreal, like being like, I used to play Assassin's Creed and you used to jump on the Leap of Faith. I mean, I don't jump off towers, but being up there kind of reminds me of how Ezio and Altair felt like in Assassin's Creed, and Connor and frickin' now this guy. And I didn't play Black Flag and Unity and all the other ones, but I'm going to jump back into Valhalla. I just want to let you guys know, thank you for coming here, showing love and support. I'm always appreciative. Even if you just sit here and watch me talk, it's freaking great. You help me get my voice out there and share my experiences, what I love to do during my life. Don't forget to protect one another, to love each other, forgive each other, look into the best in each other, hold each other accountable. Don't let anyone slip away from your grasp, and teach the ones that wants to teach or learn. Teach the ones that wants to learn, is more willing to learn, and don't waste so much time on people who take advantage of that and don't even want to learn at all. If you don't believe in yourself, I never thought I could frickin' stream this long, and after I stream, I'm going to upload it with a clear description. I never thought I was going to be able to do that or hang off the side of a boom gate with Sebastian Gonzalez and Francisco Ramasco Paez. I love my tower techs. I love doing this stream. Shout out to Babe. Thank you for always being my number one fan. Always showing up on my YouTube, leaving me comments and liking. And just thank you for everyone for stopping by and sharing this moment with you guys. The curtain call is going to be the next mission. Thank you. Oh, I'm so tired. But in the face of defeat always comes growth. When comes growth, comes strength. When you have strength, you have confidence and weight behind your words. And never ever stray from your path. Always say what you mean to say, and always be honest. Always look out for the good in people, and you're going to be doing good in life. It's your host, Teddy Pace. So thank you guys. I love you guys. I'm signing out. Oh, it's been a tough day. The Lords of the Tower has returned. See you later.